Good afternoon, thank you. And could I just echo Helen's words and just pay tribute to Ren for 10 incredible years. And thank you personally and also on behalf of everyone in Defence for the passion and commitment that you've brought to everything you've done and achieved. And, you know, for the 10,000 people you've helped and for the thousands more you will help. Thank you. I refer to the individuals that Ren has helped as a community because X-Forces support isn't just limited to the service leavers who are looking for the next step in the journey. I think it's really important that actually this organisation also supports families. And the support also includes veterans who are looking to change their career and the spouses of military personnel and family members who you really do bring together as one community. And the success of the X-Forces enterprise in supporting the armed forces is recognised by us and the Ministry of Defence with the award of the Armed Forces Covenant Gold Award, the highest badge of honour of our employee recognition scheme, recognising the most supportive members of the Armed Forces Covenant. And there's over 10,000 signatories to the Covenant and rising fast. And I know many of you here in the room today know about that because I'm delighted that there are at least 15 gold, maybe 16, and 7 silver award-winning organisations represented here. And for the organisations who've not signed up, please do get in touch with Jacko or any member of my team, and we'll help you along the way. But the Covenant is a great way to publicly demonstrate your organisation's support to our armed forces community. It's a voluntary promise from the nation to those who serve or have served that they and their families will be treated fairly and will not suffer any detriment as a result of their service to the nation. The Covenant's a huge testament to both the commitment of industry and of the Ministry of Defence to our armed forces currently serving and those who no longer do so. It's also a recognition of the fact that veterans and reservists make outstanding employees, bringing leadership, teamwork and problem-solving skills to the wider economic landscape. And those are skills which very often they have developed in the very most testing of circumstances. And with big-name organisations currently standing in this room, you may presume that the Covenant is only available to large businesses, or indeed that large businesses dominate the list of over 10,200 names. You might be surprised to know that actually over 4,000 Covenant signatories represent companies sized between 10 and 49 people. And over 2,800 are micro-organisations with less than 10 employees. And most of these businesses, the small ones, are started up by somebody who had a vision. They wanted to ensure, in delivering their vision, that they also supported the members of the armed forces community to which they belong. And just earlier in the panel, we heard from 5 ex-military entrepreneurs running thriving businesses, some of whom have scaled significantly and very quickly as well. And this just shows that small local businesses run by service leavers have the power to make a really big impact. And that's partly because members of our armed forces are capable, confident and committed, and therefore, just as they do great things in the service, they go on to achieve remarkable things outside. And right now, all of us in this room, whether it's me as a Chief Defence People inside Defence or you in business across the UK, are all facing a war for talent. And the focus I'm certainly making is on improving our offer in order to attract and retain the very best talent for the nation. And just 2 weeks ago, as some will know, Rick Haythornthwaite published his review of armed forces incentivisation. It was commissioned by the Defence Secretary and to examine for the first time in 30 years how we attract and retain the next generations of the armed forces out to 2035 and beyond. And fundamentally, both he and I recognise that our offer at the moment has evolved in a piecemeal fashion. Over time, it's complex, it's rigid, it's predominantly a one-size-fits-all approach, and in reality, one size these days fits nobody. And one of Rick's key recommendations is that we should move more to a spectrum of service, which enables a portfolio or zigzag career, where service personnel can dial up or dial down their commitment and seamlessly move from regular to reserve to civil servant, indeed to the wider defence sector, or just the wider economy, and back. And to leave or re-enter defence, and in some ways to also allow lateral entry. I see such flexibility as being particularly useful to those who take time out of the armed forces to pursue an entrepreneurial passion, or who simply wish to blend the flexibility of self-employment with continued service through the reserves. So how does a service leaver even think to become an entrepreneur and to start their own business? Well, this is where the Career Transition Partnership is really important. And 14,500 service leavers successfully switch from military to civilian life every year. 87% of them, within 6 months, are shown to be in sustained and meaningful employment. And actually, it's even greater than that, really, because actually not everyone who leaves the armed forces wants sustained and meaningful employment. Some of them just want to put their feet up. So actually, it's a fantastic record. And they go into careers and things as varied as banking and logistics and cybersecurity and renewable energy. The CTP is supported by ex-forces, and Ren and her team are subject matter experts in what they do, providing advice and guidance to all those who are trying to pursue their passion. And there's evidence that actually that is really needed, perhaps more than in any other sector of the economy. Self-employment tends to be a second or third choice, I think, for many service leavers. Many don't look at it for their first employment option. They're looking for perhaps something more secure. They're maybe just a little bit risk averse. Perhaps it's just because they don't understand what how to get into it, who to look to support to. And this is where ex-forces enterprise really corners the market and actually helps people overcome that imposter syndrome, helps people understand how they can realise their potential. And as the CTP retendering process is currently progressing, I can't really sort of go into too much detail on that for commercial rules. But the bidders will be submitting their best and final offer in very few days' time. And we are very much on track for a contract award in October. Self-employment is very much part of the scheduled requirement for that, and therefore self-employment will be right at the forefront of career transition, both now and in the future. So I think the relationship we have with ex-forces is fantastic. It is certainly one I want to nurture and continue, and to scale up and continue to support. And to continue to support our armed forces community as they transition into business of any kind, large or small, whether they are currently still marching or have already hung up their boots. But let me just end by congratulating Ren once again, congratulating the ex-forces enterprise for 10 incredible years. And on behalf of the MOD, thank you not only for what you are doing, Ren, but thank you to everyone in this room for what you have achieved and what you continue to do for your oppos who are veterans or currently serving. Thank you very much.